Welcome to the installation guide for the MTS13 MTS13 Smart Entry Controller. Let's start by looking at what's included in the package. Inside the box, you'll find the MTS13 unit itself, the mounting bracket for secure installation, a sensor mounting bracket, a signal cable, a wired contact sensor, a 4.5 meter extension cable for the sensor, and various installation fixings. The MTS13 is designed for multiple applications, including garage doors, entry booms, and motorized gates. Before beginning the installation, please note that all electrical work must be carried out by a qualified electrician. Ensure that power to all live circuits is switched off before starting to avoid the risk of electrical shock. To start the garage door wiring process, connect an AC power supply to the live and neutral terminals of your MTS13 by either wiring power directly from a nearby socket or bridging the AC power connection that feeds your garage door motor using a connector block. Next, we need to wire the signal cable from terminals B1 and B2 on the MTS13 to the normally open and common terminals on your garage door motor's control board, typically labelled as NO and COM. These trigger terminals may already have existing connections, so ensure they remain intact while adding the new wires. Route the wires through the designated hole in the garage door motor housing, positioning them alongside the power cables near the installation point. Lastly, connect the wired part of the contact sensor to the S1 and S2 terminals on your MTS13. For proper detection, align the two sensor parts as shown. Mount the unwired part on the trolley carriage when the garage door is fully open and secure the wired part on the rail using the included tape or screws. With the contact sensor in place, AC power input connected, and signal cables wired, insert and fasten all wires into the corresponding terminals on the MTS13. For the sensor cable, either wire can be connected to S1 or S2, and for the control cable, either wire can be connected to B1 or B2. There is no specific order required. Once all connections are secure, mount the MTS13 bracket in an appropriate location. Clip the unit into place, neaten up the wiring using the included cable ties and cable clips, and turn the power back on. Now, you're ready to add the MTS13 to your Major Tech Hub app. But before we do that, let's look at the installation differences for entry booms and gate motors. The wiring process remains the same, with some entry booms providing AC power terminals you can use. If no dedicated AC terminals are available, you'll need to wire power from a nearby source. For control signal wiring, locate the control board or dedicated module inside the entry boom or gate motor enclosure. It will have a normally open and common terminal, which should be connected to the B1 and B2 terminals on the MTS13. On some control boards, you will also find terminals marked Open Relay, Close Relay. If available, you can connect this to the S1 and S2 terminals instead of using the provided contact sensor. If your control board does not have relay terminals, you must install the contact sensor and may need to use the extension cable to position the sensor correctly. The MTS13 unit should be housed inside the gate motor housing for protection against the elements. Now that your garage door, entry boom or gate motor is wired correctly and power is running to the MTS13, we can move on to the app setup. Open or download the Major Tech Hub app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Scan the QR code on screen now to download the app and begin setup. Ensure you are connected to your 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi network. Press the Add Device button in the top right-hand corner, and your MTS13 should automatically appear under Discovered Devices. Select Add, then enter the details of your 2.4 GHz network. The MTS13 will take a minute or two to configure. Once configured, you can rename your device as desired. When you click Done, you will automatically be taken to the device interface, where you can trigger open and close actions, set up scenes, add countdowns, view the activity log, and access settings. In the Settings menu, you will need to configure your motor runtime and set the sensor close trigger mode to Near or Apart, depending on your sensor installation. Here, you can also set up password-protected third-party voice control with Google Assistant and Alexa, as well as manage alert notifications. With everything configured, you can now remotely control your garage door, entry boom, or motorized gate, and monitor its activity wherever you are.